And while your family is pushing back from the Thanksgiving table, you might want to consider taking in a movie. Turns out the Thanksgiving weekend is one of the highest grossing box office weekends of the year. But what new releases are destined to be hits and which ones will be turkeys? NCTV 17's Jennie Barger sits down with Daily Herald film critic Dann Gire to bring you some of his top picks for the 2010 holiday season.
Incredibly handsome master of all villainy.
The holiday season started early this year when a new DreamWorks animated movie came out November 5th. Megamind lured moviegoers into the theaters to the tune of $46 million in its first week on the big screen.
I was thinking about it on the way over.
Boom! Let down your
Walt Disney Pictures is taking a famous fairy tale from the Brothers Grimm and recreating it in their newest 3D animated movie, Tangled.
This is the Rapunzel animated version from Walt Disney with Mandy Moore doing the voice of Rapunzel. It looks like it's going to be a very fun motion picture based on the trailers.
That's because I'm smarter than the average bear.
And another baby boomer favorite puts in a holiday film appearance.
Baby boomers will remember Yogi Bear from their youth in the 60s with Saturday morning cartoon out the Yin Yang. Dan Aykroyd supplies the voice of Yogi Bear, but more interesting, this is the real key. Justin Timberlake plays Boo Boo.
And I jump over Boo Boo at the end.
No, you don't.
I'm gonna try it.
I don't care.
Only I can live.
And finally, for the kids, Ron, Hermione, and Harry are back for the most anticipated movie of the 2010 holiday season, the 7th Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. This movie is the first half of the final book in the series. The second part comes out in 2011.
Very clever of them to take one book, break it up into 2 movies, maximizing, therefore, twice as much box office for the same rights.
I will avenge Papa's death.
And Gire's top films for adults this holiday season, topping the list, the remake of the 1969 classic True Grit.
Marshall Cogburn, who is this old, just this grizzly old Marshall, has seen it all, done it all. He wears an eye patch.
Is it true? You didn't tell anyone where you were going.
Our next movie for adults has everyone buzzing. 127 Hours is based on a true story. This film focuses on a mountain climber's struggle to free himself following a fall in the desert.
This film is just all about him trying to figure out how to stay alive for 127 hours, which is how long the real guy was alive and managed before he extracted himself.
British actor Colin Firth explores a different type of personal struggle in The King's Speech. He plays King George VI, a monarch trying to combat his stutter on the eve of perhaps the most important speech of his life.
Now this sounds like, God, this has got to be a snore, but it has gotten tremendous amounts of good PR and good buzz.
Do it and even be governed by fear.
I love you.
What?
Our final movie for adults is Love and Other Drugs, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway.
It is a very mature, very sophisticated romance between a man and a woman, and the woman has a debilitating disease. And it is one of the most frank and best acted and most honestly acted romance stories with sex in it.
The pressure is surely on. Just last year, The Vampire scored $143 million in opening weekend with Twilight New Moon. Where consumers' hard-earned dollars fall this year will determine what kind of films get the green light for production in 2011. I'm Jennie Barger for Naperville News 17.